For the past year, you've seen me making papers with my gel print, and I told you, let's see what I can do with these and make some collage. So that today is that day. What you see here is I'm gonna start making my background. Like I said, let's take some time and create it on the gel print, and I'm gonna do it directly onto the canvas board. So this is gonna be new for me. I watched an artist named Circe who did this beautifully on a video he recently did. I just said, well, give it a try and see how it works for me. What I'm doing is I'm bringing down some paint on my large gel plate, just trying to create a modeled background. So it's something I wouldn't mind showing to if it needed to. I'll just put it down and give it a good rub and make the transfer. I got a pretty good start there, but the edges look like they need some work. So just pressing down and bringing it all the way out to the edge. It looks pretty good. I think we can go with that. So selecting your papers. Like I said, I've been collecting papers for better than a year now. And this is my chance to take those papers and do something with them. The pulling prints is kind of addictive. When you get started, you go with the flow and you kind of let it do its thing. So this is my guillotine cutter. And all I'm just right here is I'm just cutting it down to size, so I have something I can work with. Because these larger pieces of paper are unwieldy for the guillotine. Once I've done that, I'm going to cut these papers down into strips of various size. I don't necessarily want all exactly the same size. I failed to mention earlier that I got this idea from Jackie Bernadi of the Painted Paper Studio. She's full of great ideas, so check her out. Okay, showing it's I got some nice warm colors and a little bit of green just to break it up a little bit. So now let's start to create the collage. I brought my board back up and I'm gonna start selecting the strips and placing them on the board to see how they're gonna look. This just takes a little bit of trial and error. It's just whatever the canvas sings to you. And at this point, I'll just cut up a little bit. This is a fairly long process. So I decided just to give it that opportunity to develop on its own and without any expectations at all of what it was going to look like at the end. What you see me putting on the back of this, that gloss gel. In this case, it's golden uh, gloss gel. It's a soft gloss gel, and I'm just using it to adhere it uh, to the board here. You can use anything you want. I mean, people use glue, they use matte gel, they use, yeah, it's whatever it works for you. In this case, the gloss gel works for me because it does have a glossy finish after all is done. And I thin that gloss gel down just a little bit with some water. So this is a very wet process. This being a canvas board, and you risk when you work with a lot of wet, uh, you risk having some warpage. But it didn't go that bad. So I got away with it. I got various types of paper here. This is actually some of my wet strength tissue. Uh, and this is, I think, actually more of the same. Most of this has been the wet strength tissue, maybe some rice paper in here. I also have some of my medical exam paper, which allows for to place it on the canvas, and if you wet the paper down and you use the whatever adhesive you're using, it'll actually disappear. The paper itself will disappear, and it gives you a nice transparent look. So you can add it on top of it and still see what's underneath. Like I said, I'm just having fun with this. I'm just placing it down and just going with the flow. It's important once in a while. It's good for your mentals, and the end product isn't bad. But I'll let you be the judge of that. Okay, and this is again some of my wet strength tissue. I'm just looking for something to put down, and as you can see through this because I wet it down, and now I'm adhering, and it actually worked out very nicely. So you can see um, through it, and you can pick up a lot of the texture underneath. I didn't like that hard line on the right-hand side, so I'm going to tear some of that off here in just a second. There's some of that medical exam paper, as you can see. It just, once it's that dry, that is fully transparent. Getting pretty close to the end now. Just adding some final touches. And see, being that the background is there, it doesn't matter if I fill in every space. There's something interesting to look at.
Okay, I came to a stopping point. This is a stacked collage. It's this very simple concept. I have shredded some paper, basically cut it into strips, and I placed it on the canvas in a manner that, well, kind of I think it reminds me of a quilt. Do I like this? I think I could grow on me. Do I like this piece? I think it could grow on me too, but right now I'm going to call it good, and I think it was a valuable experience, at least for me. So if you have any questions, please do leave them down in the comments. And as always, if you haven't already done so, subscribe, a thumbs up if you think this was worth it, and of course share it with your friends. Up next is going to be Justinese, followed by Art by Julie E. Before me was Gert of Gert Creates. So this is it for me for this Thursday. I hope that you have a great week, and I thank you very much for being here. Bye for now.